From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
As we wrap up the month of January, of course, we are ending it on a very, very different note than we spent, well, about two-thirds of the month as far as the winter cold is concerned. Of course, running through today and today's forecast of 72, so I've added that one in here. When specifically looking at the high temperatures of the month, we'll end up with 10 days that were at or above normal as far as highs go, but 20 that were below normal. And as you know, well, quite a few of them were way, way below normal, going back to that bitter cold Arctic stretch that we had a couple weeks ago. But this warmth is going to carry over into the first week of February for the most part. There's no Arctic air showing up anytime soon. Certainly not feeling any of that today, right? We're at 66 in Tulsa, still climbing. Bartlesville 63. McAllister already at 70. We're going to push 74 to maybe 75 down in parts of Pittsburgh County this afternoon. Out towards Stillwater, already 70 degrees. I think most of us will be at that 70-degree mark, if not higher, before the day is up. Look across a lot of the country outside of where you would expect it to be cold, right? The mountains, the Rockies, parts of the northeast United States. Most of the country is very, very mild for the end of January as Arctic air is locked up way to the north, up into the far northern hemisphere, and that's generally where it's going to stay for a while. You know, eventually that pattern will change. We get into February, winter's far from done, but the Arctic air is staying way away from not only us, but most of the country for the time being. So let's enjoy this. 72 this afternoon. How about that? That's picture perfect, I think, any time of year, much less the end of January. We'll drop back into the 60s this evening after sunset, into the 50s if the late evening hours, 8, 9 o'clock tonight. We'll be in the 50s here in the Tulsa Metro. Highs today, again, enjoy it. Normal high would be 51. Yeah, way above that, about 20 degrees or so above that this afternoon. So let's run you through future view as we talk those rain chances headed our way over the weekend. Overall, the timeline has not changed too much as we've been kind of tracking that gradually through the week. So tomorrow morning, instead of 20s and 30s, we're in the 40s. We'll have a steady south breeze. That keeps the temperatures up. You just don't want a jacket in the morning. Clouds come zipping through pretty quickly tomorrow during the midday hours, and we might actually see a couple sprinkles on radar during the mid to late morning hours tomorrow. I don't think most of it will reach the ground, certainly nothing measurable. We might have 1 or 2 sprinkles, but then sunshine breaks back out. That should allow us to get back into the upper 60s and low 70s on a Thursday. Friday, Groundhog Day, pretty cloudy conditions settle in. Could be a spotty shower during the day, highs in the 60s. And then Friday, late Friday night, showers and a few thunderstorms will take shape across central and western Oklahoma, and they will slowly spread east heading into Saturday morning. The eastward progression of rain will kind of take its time here, but in general, just going to tell you right now from late Friday night, but particularly into the first half of Saturday, plan on some very soggy conditions, some locally heavy rain at times. By later in the day Saturday, rain will kind of taper off west of Tulsa, and then we'll kind of back build in Saturday night into Sunday morning. Rainfall amounts from Friday night through the first half of the weekend, actually I should say through pretty much all the weekend. These different shades of blue generally suggesting about another inch of rain, a good likelihood over the weekend. Some spots could have locally a little bit more than that, especially from Saturday into Sunday, kind of continuing what's been a relatively wet trend for some of us for this first month of the year carrying over into February. So, all right, 7-day forecast. Enjoy today. Enjoy tomorrow. Even Groundhog Day Friday, even though it'll be cloudy, your temperature's still well above normal. The rainy conditions settle in Saturday and Sunday, and then we dry back out early next week.